There are a couple of jobs that need to be done in the brew house from time to time, and today we're checking the temperature readings on our brew houses against an external thermometer. So you want to make sure that those temperatures are accurate. Temperature is also important because a 2-degree variation can be the difference between medium fermentability and high fermentability. Low sugar extract and conversion to high sugar extract and conversion. So if you're worried about your efficiency, or you're not quite getting the efficiency that you think you should be getting on your brew house, you may want to check the temperature probe that's built into it. What I've done today is I've filled these up and I've set the temperature on both to 70 Celsius, and now I'm just going to check that against my external thermometer and see how accurate it is, how close they are to the temperature that I read here. I'm circulating the water through here, and that means that I'm not getting hotter temperatures above the probe and then cooler temperatures at the top of the malt pipe. Because that water's circulating, I'm getting a fairly consistent temperature right through the entire water column. So let's check it out on the 100 litre BrewZilla first. That lid sits there quite nicely. Just open the probe up, turn it on, put it in the water. And just wait for the temperature to settle. And then press the hold button and read that, and it says 70.1. On here it says 70.2. So I'm happy with that. That means that I'm getting the same reading on there as I am on here. I will take that as being accurate. Okay, now let's check out the little fella. And that's stabilized. Press the hold, 67.3, and on there it's saying 70. So I need to adjust that temperature down by 2.7 degrees to match what I'm getting here. Now that's important because, as I say, a difference of 2 degrees can make a very big difference in the efficiency that you're getting. I mostly use this for sparging now, so it's not such an issue for sparging, but I do have a smaller grain bill. That rattling is annoying. I do have a smaller grain bill that I'm looking to put through this one in the next couple of days. And that's for a 25 litre batch of porter. So I definitely want to make sure that the temperature's right on here, because otherwise my efficiencies are going to be affected. Now, I don't do this a lot, so it's something I am going to have to look up the instructions for, so I'll be back in a second once I've checked that out. The instructions to adjust the temperature are pretty simple. So you press the pause button, you press and hold the time button. Now you can go up or you can go down. Now we want to go down, and we want to go down 3 degrees. And unfortunately, unlike the Gen 4, it only does it in whole degrees, but that's okay. 2.7, we'll round it up to 3, and then we press the time button again, and we get a temperature displayed of 66 Celsius. Now let me just check that temperature again. So I'm getting, I don't know if you can read that, 66.8, which is closer to 67. So I'm actually going to adjust that again. So press the time button and adjust up its degree,
then press time again. Now we've got 67.
Just run one more check. Uh-oh.
We've got 666. That's saying 66.6. I'm happy with that. It's going to be somewhere between 66 and 67. The display's now saying 66. I think if it comes up another half a degree, that'll say 67. I'm not going to argue with that. So, there we are, job done. Now this is something that I'll probably do again in about 2 months, because I'm going to be doing a lot of brewing and I want to make sure that these temperatures stay accurate. But I would expect that next time I do this, that it's not going to be out by nearly as much.
Now that I've done that and I've pretty much got these up to strike water temperature and sparge temperature, it would be a waste if I didn't put a brew on, wouldn't it? The next brew to go on in here is the Rum and Raisin Christmas Imperial Stout. So keep an eye out for that in a couple of weeks. Once it's finished fermenting and it's been in the keg and settled a little bit, I'll be doing the tasting on that and getting the video for that one up as well. Now half of that is going into a couple of these 20-litre barrels. And I'll be doing the tasting for that closer to Christmas when I keg it. So what I'll do with that is I'll ferment it in here. Once it's fermented, half of it will go into the barrels. It'll sit in the barrels for a couple of months until Christmas, or until the week before Christmas. Then I'll pull it off, put it into kegs, and the kegs will go into the kegerator ready for Christmas celebrations. And I'll do another tasting, a separate tasting in another video from that. But in order to see that, you should subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so you see when new videos are coming out. And while you're about it, give us a like, because that really helps the channel out. It tells YouTube that the content is worth watching, that it's interesting, and then we get recommended on to other people who may not normally see the channel. So do that for us, do us a favour, and we'll keep the content coming. There's a lot more brewing going on. I'll be putting a brew on every week over the next couple of weeks at least. I've got to get my stocks up for Christmas. I might push out a smash beer, a single malt and single hop, that's what smash stands for, just to get something in the keg. As I said, we've got the Christmas Imperial Stout coming out. I've got a robust porter to do. So there's a lot of brewing coming up. Stay tuned to the channel.